as I had failed everybody. None of my friends wanted to have anything to do with me. And the most painful thing was people that were viewing me as a failure or as someone as like used to be really high on life, and now they were like, oh my God, what happened to her? Oh, she's a lost cause, and things like that. Like, it just kind of felt like that's it. That's it for her. There's nobody can help her. She's at the bottom, and it's too sad. It's too bad. And it kind of felt like that's it. Like I was so changed into this thing who felt like I was totally, look like somebody who's been abused for so long, that it was not reversible. That there's no way on earth I could go back to my old ways. There is no way. That's what I thought. And that's what a lot of people think when they get stuck in that place. It's like, how can I be back to my old way, almost 20 years later? It's impossible. It's impossible. It's like, after all I've been through, after all these traumas. But what I didn't realize back then is that all of this trauma were attached to me. All of this stress and this pain was glued to me. It was glued to my mind. And I was giving a lot of power to it. So the more power I was giving it to, any of this negativity attached to anything to my life, to my day-to-day life, was going to tear me down. So it was for me to figure out how I was going to move on. How I was going to detach myself from all of this. So yeah, it was a long journey. It was a long healing journey, but I did it. So can you. So I can help you to do it too. And anyway, when you living with those mental struggle, you are suffering. And each day you're suffering, don't worry, there's going to be some people behind you laughing at you suffering, because that's how it works. You're sad, you're suffering, you have pain. All of those people don't deal with the issue. They're going to be around you. They're going to just punch you mentally. They're going to say anything to get your attention. It's not going to end. It's not going to end until you found that peace inside. And that's the way I was. Everywhere I go, I was like, why? It never ends. And I had my share of, sadness and crying and all this. So, I was tired of it. I could not take it anymore. I was like, I am tired of crying. I don't want to be sad anymore. This gotta end. So I slowly started to rebuild and started to do things that made me feel better. I started to forgive myself for whatever sins that I had committed, that maybe I wasn't aware I had commit. I took responsibility for what happened, for who I talked to, what I did, and I just opened up about everything, and that's how you're gonna get there. It's so, what's so worth it in all this is that it's really hard. It hurts. It hurts to go back to the past. It's annoying. Of course it's annoying. But once you do all the work, you're going to be free. You're going to be free. I mean, you're still going to go through pain once in a while. You're still going to cry. You're still going to be human. But you're going to be free of mental issues. And once you're out of that, number one, you're not going to be a target. Number two, I mean, maybe once in a while, of course, you're going to have some people that are knowing you and following you. Those creep are always going to be there. You're just not going to pay attention. And you're going to know what to do, too. Like, I don't know why I attract creeps all the time. Maybe it's my openness. Maybe it's my kindness. Probably, yeah. Because in this world, if you're happy, that means you're crazy. That's totally that. And I said with this tone of voice is because people figure this world is too insane. The world is so insane. Like a lot of negativity in this world and suffering that people think, unless you're retired, there's no way there's no way you're a normal person. You cannot be happy. And that's not true. There is a lot of peaceful person and happy person. But sometimes some of those people, they haven't gone through life yet. They have not much has happened to them. So they're still very either immature or naive, or they just never encounter problems yet. So they're either going to come across something who's gonna harden them, or strengthen them, or just to say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and they will change, and you can choose to either stay in your mental struggle and be miserable, or become an abuser and feed on others' pain, and then just become crazier and crazier than you can be, and insane, and never deal with your issue, and you're gonna need more and more soul to crush. Or you can become free of this mentality, and live a good life and feel good. And that's what I'm offering. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do. Do you want to suffer? Do you want to live in mental struggle every day of your life, not understanding what's going on to you? Why can't you get out and find all the cheap ways to do it? Cheap ways to fix your problem? Or do you want a therapist or a life coach to hold your hand step by step and help you to get to that place of inner peace, So, here's another thing. It's hard to go from being somebody highly successful and somebody look as extraordinary. That's how I was called, to somebody, who's at the low, at the bottom, and look like, she's got nothing, and look at her, and you think, everybody else has houses and big family, and they're traveling, and Vanessa's got none of that, and of course there's other way to define success, and that was then before I started the company, and the podcast, and then having in the books, and starting to write all these books. But as long as you keep that optimistic mindset, then things are gonna keep rolling for you, and you going to reach your full potential. And if I did it, so can you, so can everybody do it, because it's hard. Yeah, life can be hard, but as long as you never give up, even when you're in the deepest dark hole, you gotta figure out who are you? Who am I? Ask your question. Like, what am I here to do on this earth? Am I here to help other people? Yes. Am I here to become a better person? Yes. Am I here to do great things on this planet? Yes. And so you got to come at peace with yourself and your soul, basically. All right, and that's gonna be it. If you have any question, you want to comment, just let me know. All right, bye.